Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's great to be back in Los Angeles, which of course is the epicenter of car culture, and also the intersection of style, technology, and very importantly, fuel economy. And today we're going to share news on all three of those, starting with fuel economy. Now, Ford remains absolutely committed to lead or be among the leaders in fuel efficiency with every new vehicle that we introduce. For 2011, 13 Ford Motor Company vehicles will lead their sales segments in fuel economy. And that's more than any other company. And most importantly, that means that Ford customers have the most choice in what kind of fuel-efficient vehicle that best suits them. Car, crossover, utility, or truck. Plus, in 2011, Ford Motor Company will be the only full-line automaker with 4 vehicles that deliver 40 miles per gallon. The Lincoln MKZ Hybrid, the Fiesta, the Fusion Hybrid, already deliver 40 miles per gallon. And in just a matter of weeks, so will the all-new 2012 Focus. And with Focus, customers don't have to drive a manual transmission to get 40 miles per gallon, because Focus gets 40 miles per gallon with an automatic. Now, Focus is a big deal for Ford, and not just because it delivers 40 miles per gallon. With a list of technologies and a dynamic driving experience that the competition can't match. And Focus is key because it really represents the biggest opportunity for profitable growth for all of Ford's stakeholders. Now, everybody understands that the C segment is the largest global segment in our industry, and it basically represents 1 out of every 4 vehicles that are sold worldwide. And right here in the US, well, small cars account for approximately 20% of the market today, and that's up from 14% in 2004. So the segment here is large, and it's growing. And importantly for Ford, this segment is where nearly 50% of first-time buyers under the age of 30 go for their first vehicle. And that's why the Ford team has been working so hard to deliver this whole new generation of dynamic, fun-to-drive, fuel-efficient cars with never-before-seen levels of technology that people really want. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the North American production models of the all-new 2012 Ford Focus. Now, whether the dynamic new 5-door is your favorite, or you're more of the fan of the 4-door sedan, the Focus offers more of what people really want. So check this out. Everything on this chart that you see is exclusive to Focus and not available on any other cars in its class. Cars like the Honda Civic, the VW Jetta, the Mazda 3, Chevy Cruze, Subaru Impreza, and more. And, you know, we're not just talking about matte lights and cup holders here. We're talking about significant comfort, convenience, and safety features like My Ford Touch, Sync, My Key, available active park assist, available HD radio, and the list goes on. In addition, this is the best driving Focus ever. And that's because it's equipped with a really impressive array of technologies to enhance the driving experience, including a completely new electric power steering system, or what we call EPAS, which has been very carefully tuned to deliver pure and precise response at high speeds, while also remaining light and maneuverable for parking. New designs for the control blade, multi-link rear suspension, and the semi-isolated front and rear subframes, plus something we call torque vectoring control. Now, this new technology helps provide minute, agile handling by basically automatically transferring power from the wheels with traction to those without. So even while enjoying Focus's dynamic driving characteristics, you are always in control. on sharp curves or in inclement weather. Now, torque vectoring control works much in the same way as a skier carves turns on a steep hill, by transferring his weight on the downhill ski to the uphill ski, and then smoothly and confidently leaning into the turn. Now, with that comparison, it only seems fitting to talk more about focus with someone who knows all about carving turns. Let's take a look.
Our next competitor, the defending Olympic moguls champion and world championship bronze medalist from Tiburon, California, wearing bib number 16 and the U.S. freestyle ski team, Johnny Mosley.
Get him now. Olympian ready. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Olympic and X Game medalist and the host of MTV's Real World Road Rules Challenge, Johnny Mosley. Johnny? Welcome to Ford, Johnny.
Thank you. Good to be here. Good looking rides as well. Those are awesome.
Well, I gotta tell you, they drive just as good as they look. And they also come chock full of technologies and features that really gonna surprise and delight a whole lot of folks. But don't take my word for it. Now that you learned a thing or two about real-world competitive performance during, of course, your MTV hosting days, right?
Yep. Absolutely. And that's why when you guys asked me to help introduce the new Focus, it seemed only fitting for me to do more of a real-world challenge, LA style. So I decided to see how it stacks up against one of the most popular cars at valet stands all over Beverly Hills, the Bentley. All right.
That should be really interesting.
Exactly. Here's how it went down. We started with 2 cars, 2 drivers, but there could only be one winner. Ladies and gentlemen, the Johnny Mosley Real World Focus Challenge. Part 1 of our challenge involved a really important consideration here, fuel economy. We started each fuel tank empty, then asked each driver to pump exactly 1 gallon of gas into their cars. Now, that doesn't sound all that hard, does it? Frankly, for our Focus driver, this was a pretty simple task, thanks to the car's unique Easy Fuel capless fuel filler system. That looks pretty nice. Our Bentley driver, on the other hand, had a hard time just opening and closing the Bentley's gas cap. Oh, she broke a nail. Such a bummer. All right, it's time to get going. And they're off. A gallon of gas in the tank, and 40 miles to Vegas. Yahoo! Sounds pretty fun. Now watch what happens next. With 20 miles to go, our Bentley runs dry, and our ever-resourceful Bentley driver does the only logical thing she can think to do.
Daddy?
And our Focus, it made it the full 40 miles to Vegas on just 1 gallon of gas. Is that impressive or what? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, now that brings us to our next challenge, the dreaded parallel parking maneuver. The place, Cafe Pinot Noir, a popular LA spot where A-listers gather over lunch to finalize important life-altering deals. Our Bentley driver arrives and discovers, much to her horror, that the valet parking is full. Oh no! There's only one remaining parking place right in front of the restaurant. Watch as she gives it her best shot. This is pretty good. Oh no, that's just a bad approach. When you're getting help. Thankfully, her car does have a backup camera, but it doesn't seem to be doing her much good. And in the end, embarrassment, failure, our intrepid Bentley driver throws in the towel and drives off in a huff. And now, Focus. Same restaurant, same parking place. Using the car's active park assist, the car maneuvers itself into the spot. That's right, all by itself. Perfectly, look, no hands, in seconds. I'm impressed too. Looks good. You'd think that for nearly 200 grand, the folks at Bentley would toss them a little automatic park assist, right? Not so much. She is not embarrassed going into her stuff. And finally, a comparison of perhaps the most important technology of all, hands-free capability. Really important out here in LA because people spend so much time stuck in traffic that they do everything in their cars. They eat in their cars, conduct business in their cars, put on their makeup in their cars, you name it, they do it while driving. Yep, they do that too. All right, part 3. Our first assignment. Find your way to a specific location in Santa Monica without taking your hands off the wheel. Using the incredible sync system, our focus driver pushes the voice button.
Destination street address?
In California, say a street address including the city.
718 Wilshire Boulevard, Santa Monica.
Please choose.
And presto, she gets not 1, but 3 possible routes to her destination. The fastest route, the shortest, and even a route where she gets to get there. They tells her how to get there using the least possible amount of fuel. This is what Ford calls the eco route. Pretty cool. Now for our Bentley. Given that this vehicle doesn't actually even offer voice-activated navigation, this was a little unfair, but we did it anyway. Give her a little more time on TV. I think she needs a little love. And finally, one more little hands-free challenge. Receiving a text message while you're driving. Our driver is...
Text message from Sarah.
A driver is notified that she's got a text. Now get this, the text-to-voice capability actually reads her the message.
Read text message.
See you at the gym around 6.
Pretty cool. Now let's see what happens when our Bentley driver receives a text message. Quite a difference here. The Bentley doesn't offer text-to-speech. We all know how tempting it can be to just grab that phone and start doing a little texting right up on the wheel. And for a lot of drivers out here in LA, that's unfortunate because texting while driving in LA is a big, big no-no. And there you have it. The clear winner of the Johnny Mosley Real World Focus Challenge is the new Ford Focus. Now, we know most buyers won't be shopping a Focus versus a Bentley, all right? But the point is that the Focus has technologies and innovations that far surpass cars in its own class and even much more expensive vehicles. Thanks. Okay, Mark, back to you.
All right, thanks, Johnny. Well done. Now, Johnny had it absolutely right. Focus offers features and content that cars really costing 2, 3, or even 4 times more simply don't have. Plus, the 4-door and 5-door versions offer a level of styling that really makes them competitive with just about anything on the road. Plus, there's even more to this story. Ladies and gentlemen, Ford's global